know the game in trouble. Started out small, now they paying me double. Yeah, you can drip check, baby, like mustard. Yeah.
You better not trust them. Rotate them, all these on shuffle. Money team got a whole M in a duffel.
Got a nurse that she don't like.
Hey, let me hear that hoop, Jeff.
I get the bands, count the blue cheese. I do that for fun. For every meal, I do that while I'm dumb. I had your girl, she on my crib. That was a one-on-one. Smoking a bag full of that gas, almost lost my lung. I don't smoke trash, need a gas mask that smell like skunk.
And we're good. Hello, Wolf Pack family.
Welcome to the Pack Sports Howl.
My name is Kailee Bryant, and I'm joined by my co-host, Trey.
This is a sports newscast about sports on campus and in the Reno community. We'll interview other students, feature 2 sports documentaries our team is producing, and look at how Wolfpack teams and players are doing from the gridiron to the hard courts.
Speaking of basketball season, Trey, do you prefer basketball games or football?
I don't know if I want to pick sides here. Maybe we should ask our fellow students. Our reporter Dominic is roaming around campus asking students what they prefer for the first segment of this inaugural Pack Sports Howl.
Thanks, Trey and Kailee. I'm Dominic Gutierrez, and we're right outside the Joe Crowley Student Union, and we're going to ask some students whether or not they prefer basketball games or football games. Let's go. And so far this season, would you say you rather prefer basketball games or football games?
Basketball games for sure.
Why is that?
Just because, I'm a big basketball fan, like by myself, and the fact that we're, it seems more likely to win more games compared to the football season. So overall, I like basketball just more in general.
Football.
Why is that?
I don't know. Football's just more interesting to me than basketball.
I don't know what's going on.
Are you surprised at the answers right now? Pretty surprised that there was even one football. I thought for sure it was all going to be basketball right now. So we're going to keep going.
Definitely basketball because, the football team is not very good this year.
If the football team was actually playing better, would you say you'd be more interested?
Definitely.
Do you think you prefer basketball games or football games more? Yeah, I think I prefer that too. Thanks, bud.
I prefer the basketball games.
Why is that?
The football team is an interesting team, but I find the basketball team to be more productive.
Would you prefer basketball games or football games this season?
You are kind of talking to it, but...
Oh, yeah. You care to comment? Sir? I guess he's not very talkative today. Oh, well. Well, there you have it. Now, back to the studio with Brooke and Eric.
Thank you for that, Dom and Derek. For this section of the Wolfpack Sports Howl, we're joined by Archie Smith, who is directing one of our semester-long documentaries about UFC fighter Peyton Talbot before he takes his first bout, coming up here soon this week. Archie, tell us a little bit about this documentary you're filming.
Yeah, so we're all really excited. We connected with Peyton through our teacher, Nico. He had some previous contact with him, and we've followed him around. We filmed him eating breakfast. We filmed him at the gym. We filmed him doing skateboarding, all of his hobbies, so we're really excited to kind of tell his story.
What is the most challenging part of filming, being a director?
Yeah, it's hard because we're all in college. It's kind of hard to get everyone coordinated sometimes to have a shoot go perfectly smooth. We have to have everyone there at the right time and meet up with people. So just kind of the scheduling aspect, and then also off of scheduling as well, we had some confusion with setting the wrong address one time, so we had people show up for a shoot that was supposed to happen, and then somebody sent the wrong address, but we got it all smoothed out and figured out. So we're kids, so we're doing the best we can.
So what has directing this film taught you?
It's taught me a lot about just filmmaking in general. I don't have a ton of experience with the actual camera shooting, getting everything done, so my teammates and people on the crew have been really helpful in being hands-on with me so I can learn, and so I'm just not a voice telling people what to do. I like to be a little more involved in the editing process as well. I'm really excited about when we start that and get it all put together to learn from that experience as well.
And so what's the final goal with the documentary?
Well, we're going to show it at a festival here at UNR eventually. It's in December, I'm pretty sure. And then I want to put it on YouTube as well. And I know Peyton has interest in like getting some of the footage for himself and making a highlight reel potentially in the future for him. So this kind of footage can benefit us, like through our reels that we can send off to future employers, the documentary festival, and it can help Peyton grow his career as well.
All right, we'd like to thank Archie Smith for coming to talk about his upcoming documentary, which we're all looking forward to. We're Brooke and Eric, and now back to you, Trey and Kailee.
Thanks, guys, for that.
Peyton Talbot sure seems like one fun character, doesn't he, Kailee?
Yeah, speaking of Peyton, I actually seen so much footage about him, so I can't wait to see the documentary. Now, turning into our Wolf Pack athletes. Basketball season is back at the university, but unfortunately, college football is coming to an end.
Our reporter, Amanda Durand, is at Mackey Stadium with Jeremiah Sampson behind the camera, taking a look back at the team's performance from this season.
Thanks, Trey and Kailee. I'm here at Mackey Stadium where the Wolf Pack is finishing up yet another year of football. But unfortunately for Pack fans, it's been a disappointing one. Ken Wilson started his career here at the university last year with 2 straight wins, but has since gone on to lose 16 consecutive games, including 6 straight losses to start this season. One of those losses was against in-state rival UNLV, but Wilson remained optimistic after losing the Fremont Cannon, saying, "I know if we stay the course, that this thing's going to turn around, and when it does, it's going to be very powerful." Many people have been calling for Wilson to be fired after his losses, but he briefly silenced those critics, winning back-to-back games. Unfortunately, that didn't last long, as he went on to lose a few more. Luckily for Wolfpack fans, though, the basketball season is already underway, and the men's and women's basketball team is off to a strong start. Reporting for Pack Sports Howl, I'm Amanda Durand. Back to you.
Our Nevada women's basketball team is pumped and ready to take on this season. With our women's team having strong defense, it dominated their home opener victory. Nevada's 23 steals are the 4th most by a Wolfpack squad in a single game in the NCAA era. Last Thursday, Nevada came out with a win of 69-53, and for a season home opener, it set the tone for a great season. Their next game will be against Pepperdine this Friday, November 17th. And now back to Kailee and Trey.
Thanks, Amanda. This football season sure didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did take some heavy losses, but hopefully next year we'll have a major comeback season. Let's go off campus now and look into another documentary our team is currently producing about a big high school football rivalry.
Let's send it back to Brooke and Eric, who are now joined by director Saurabh Chawla.
Thank you so much, Trey and Kailee. Next, we are joined by Saurabh, who is directing the other documentary this semester. Saurabh, can you tell us a little bit about this documentary?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. This documentary that we're currently working on right now, it's between the rivalry between Spanish Springs and Reed High School in football. All right. Now, the reason why I'm kind of focusing on this rivalry, even though there's so many rivalries around, Reno and even just the United States in general, right, especially when it comes to football, when it comes to sports, everything like that, is I would say, it means a lot to me just because I played football since I was in first grade all the way to sophomore year of high school, right? And when I was in youth football, I played for SYFL, which is based off of all the high school teams. So I played for Spanish Springs myself, and that there has always been like this rivalry between us and Reed, just because it's the two, I'd say, bigger schools of Sparks, even though there's a Sparks High School. No shame to Sparks High School, but just these two schools, they've really been dominant when it does come to sports.
So without giving too much of the whole documentary away, what are some challenges that you have run into?
Yeah, there have been quite a few challenges. First of all, with us expecting Reed to beat Spanish Springs in the regular season, they didn't. First of all, I guess that's not much of a spoiler, since it's already out, right? But I'd say that was more of a challenge, just because we were really expecting them to win. We kind of wanted to see how Reed would celebrate and how Spanish Springs, would kind of come back, and that was kind of our main goal this whole documentary in the beginning. It didn't happen, and Spanish Springs wasn't looking too hot in the beginning of the season. Now they showed in and showed out really, going all the way to second place in playoffs after that Reed game in the regular season, while Reed kind of fell below a little bit. This still kind of helped out. It was kind of more of a gift and a curse, I'd say, just because it really kind of helped me identify, like the differences between these two schools, like really just kind of soak into the two different personalities that these two schools have, and also seeing them rejoin within each other in the playoffs with, losing again. However, we really got to see the side of how the home of Spanish Springs dynamics worked and how the home of Reed worked when they played in the regular season.
Well, Sarp, thank you so much for joining us. I think we're all looking forward to seeing how your documentary turns out. And we're going to toss back to Trey and Kailee.
Thanks for that, guys.
Both documentaries are currently in the final stages of production and will premiere in December at the Reno Little Theater. We will keep you posted with the details on our social media channels at Reynolds Sandbox.
Up next, our team takes a look at some members of the Pack who are now in the big leagues. Where are their careers after running with the Pack? Archie Smith has this report with Jeremiah Sampson behind the camera.
Thank you, Kailee and Trey. Right now, I'm standing in Mackey Stadium on a beautiful fall day. We're about to go over the NFL performances from this past weekend from Nevada and UNR locals. First off, Romeo Doubs of the Green Bay Packers had a touchdown on Sunday. It marks his, I don't know how many, but he has so many red zone targets this year, and he's having an awesome season. Brandon Ayuk also had a touchdown, the McQueen High School local. He is having a fantastic season for the San Francisco 49ers as well. Both of these wide receivers have been big parts of the offenses for their respective teams. Look out for them to improve and get more touchdowns in this upcoming rest of the NFL season. Back to you.
It's great to see such success for Wolfpack alums.
Right, Trey? And we hope to see many of our current Pack members have successful pro sports careers after they graduate.
Kailee, which Wolfpack players should we be keeping tabs on?
Trey, you know what? Our basketball team is on fire. I think Keenan Blackshear and Jared Lucas will be making it to the NBA someday.
Well, that's it for this inaugural edition of the Pack Sports Howl.
Big shout out to everyone who helped make this possible, both on camera and behind the scenes. And of course, our viewers for watching. So until next time, this has been your Pack Sports Howl!